Hey you, I've been waiting for you to get home. I knew you'd walk through that door at exactly 6:47 p.m. because I've been watching your location all day. Don't look so surprised, baby. You know I always keep track of where you are. It's what people who love each other do, right? Come here, sit down with me. We need to talk about your day. And I mean really talk about it. Because I already know most of what happened, but I want to hear it from you. You left the house this morning at 8:15, took the usual route to work, stopped at that coffee shop on 5th Street, the one with the barista who always smiles at you a little too long. You got your usual order, medium Americano, black, no sugar. You sat in your car for about 6 minutes before heading to the office, probably scrolling through your phone, maybe checking messages. Messages that I've already read, by the way. You worked until noon, then you went to lunch with some people from your department, that Italian place downtown, the one we've never been to together. Interesting choice. You sat next to Jessica, the new girl from accounting. Don't worry, I'm not mad. Not yet. I'm just observing, taking notes, making sure I understand the full picture of your day. Because that's what girlfriends do. They pay attention. They care. They make sure their boyfriend is safe and loyal and thinking about them. You got back to the office at 1:30, worked until 5:45, then you stopped at the grocery store on the way home. Bought milk, bread, that pasta I like, and, what's this? A bag of those expensive chocolate truffles? Were those for me? Or were you planning to give them to someone else? I'm just asking because I need to know these things. I need to understand your intentions, your thoughts. What's going through your mind when you make these little decisions throughout the day? See, the thing is, when you're away from me, when I can't see you with my own eyes, I get anxious. I start imagining all these scenarios, all these possibilities, all these ways I could lose you. And I can't. I can't lose you. You're everything to me. You're my whole world. So I had to find ways to stay close, even when we're apart. At first, it was just checking your location occasionally. You know, making sure you got to work safely, making sure you made it home okay. But then I realized that wasn't enough. Because I didn't know what you were doing when you got there, who you were talking to, what you were thinking about. So I installed a few apps on your phone when you were sleeping. Don't be mad. Please don't be mad. They're just little programs that let me see your messages, your calls, your browsing history, your social media activity. It's not invasive. It's protective. It's me making sure no one's trying to take you away from me, or hurt you, or lead you astray. And the location tracking, that's just so I always know where you are. So if something happens, if you're in trouble, I can get to you immediately. Do you know how many dangerous things happen every single day? Car accidents, random violence, people getting hurt in the most unexpected ways? What if something happened to you and I didn't know where you were? What if I couldn't find you? I can't even think about that. The thought of it makes my chest tight, makes it hard to breathe. So yes, I track your location, constantly, every single moment of every single day. I have alerts set up, so if you go somewhere unexpected, somewhere you didn't tell me about, I get a notification immediately. And I can pull up the map and see exactly where you are, down to the specific building, sometimes even the floor. I also have access to your phone's camera and microphone. Just as a backup, in case the location tracking isn't enough, in case I need to actually see what's happening around you. I don't use it all the time, I promise. only when I'm really worried, only when something seems off. Like today, when you were at lunch, I turned on the microphone for a few minutes just to hear the conversation, just to make sure everything was appropriate. And it was, mostly, except for the part where Jessica laughed at your joke and touched your arm. That bothered me a lot. But we'll talk about that in a minute. First, I want to make sure you understand that everything I do, every app I install, every notification I set up, every time I check your location or read your messages, it all comes from a place of love. Pure, complete, overwhelming love. I love you so much it physically hurts sometimes, like my heart is too full, like it might burst. And when you're not with me, when I can't see you, touch you, hear your voice, that pain gets worse. It becomes this gnawing anxiety that eats away at me from the inside. The only thing that makes it better, that soothes that pain, is knowing where you are, what you're doing, who you're with. Is that really so wrong? To want to be close to the person you love? To want to be part of their day even when you're physically apart? I don't think so. I think it's beautiful. I think it's what real love looks like. Not this distant, detached thing where you only know what your partner chooses to tell you, but true intimacy, true connection, where there are no secrets, no hidden moments, no parts of your life that I'm not included in. You're looking at me like you're not sure what to say. Like maybe you're uncomfortable, or confused, or even a little bit scared. But you don't need to be scared of me. I would never hurt you. I would never do anything to harm you. Everything I do is to protect you, to keep you safe, to make sure you stay mine. Because you are mine, aren't you? You belong to me, just like I belong to you. We're connected, bonded, intertwined in a way that goes beyond normal relationships. And that bond, it requires total transparency, complete openness. No secrets, no privacy, no separation between your life and mine. So let me tell you about all the ways I stay connected to you, all the methods I use to keep tabs on my favorite person in the world. First, there's the location tracking app. That one's pretty straightforward. It runs in the background of your phone, uses GPS to pinpoint exactly where you are at any given moment. I have it set to update every 30 seconds, so I'm getting real-time data, constant information about your movements. If you're walking, I can see the path you're taking. If you're driving, I can see your speed, your route, when you stop at red lights. It's actually kind of beautiful, watching that little dot that represents you moving through the world, going about your day. Sometimes I just sit and watch it for hours, especially when you're at work, just staring at that dot, imagining what you're doing, who you're talking to. Then there's the message monitoring app. That one gives me access to all your texts, all your social media DMs, everything. I can see when you send a message, when you receive one. I can read the full content, see any photos or videos that get shared. And before you ask, yes, I read every single message you send and receive. Every single one. It's not as time-consuming as you might think. Most of your messages are pretty boring, actually. Work stuff, logistics, occasional memes from your friends. But I read them all anyway, because you never know when something important might come up, something I need to know about. Like when your friend Mike texted you last week asking if you wanted to go to that bar downtown, the one with the live music and the dance floor. You told him no, told him you were busy, told him you were spending the evening with me. That made me so happy. Seeing you choose me over your friends, over a night out, it proved that you're loyal, that you prioritize our relationship, that you understand what really matters. There's also the call log monitoring, so I can see everyone you talk to. how long the conversations last, what time of day they happen. Your mom calls you every Sunday afternoon, like clockwork. You usually talk for about 20 minutes. Your boss calls sometimes after hours. Those conversations make me anxious because I can't hear what's being said, but at least I know they're happening. And then there's that number that called you 3 times last Tuesday. The one you didn't answer. The one you let go to voicemail. The one that belongs to your ex-girlfriend. You didn't think I'd find out about that, did you? You thought you could just ignore the calls, delete the voicemail without listening to it, and I'd never know. But I know everything. I see everything. There's nothing you can hide from me. I listened to that voicemail, by the way. The app gives me access to those, too. She said she was just checking in, wanted to catch up, asked if you'd be willing to grab coffee sometime. I deleted it, of course. Couldn't risk you accidentally hearing it and getting ideas. And I blocked her number from your phone, so she can't call again. You're welcome. I'm protecting you from temptation, from the past trying to worm its way back into your present. She had her chance with you. She lost you. Now you're mine. And I'm not going to let her or anyone else try to change that. Then there's the social media monitoring. That's a big one, because so much of modern life happens online. I can see every post you like, every comment you leave, every story you view, every account you follow. I pay special attention to your interactions with other women, naturally, making sure they're appropriate, making sure there's no flirting, no lingering, no signs of interest that go beyond platonic friendship. Like that girl from your gym, the one who posts workout videos, the one with the revealing athletic wear? You've liked 3 of her posts in the last month. 3. Why? What about those posts appealed to you? What caught your attention enough to make you stop scrolling and tap that little heart icon? Were you admiring her form? Her technique? Or were you admiring something else? I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to understand. I need to understand so I can know how to respond, how to adjust, how to make sure I'm giving you everything you need so you don't have to look elsewhere. Maybe I should start posting more photos. Maybe I should work out more. Maybe I should dress differently. Or maybe I should just make sure you don't see content like that anymore. Maybe I should curate your social media feeds, block accounts that post things I'm not comfortable with you viewing, create a safer, more controlled environment. Would that be so bad? Having me filter out the noise, the distractions, the temptations. You'd have more time to focus on important things, on your work, your hobbies, on me. And then there's the camera and microphone access, like I mentioned earlier. That's the most advanced level of monitoring, the one that gives me the most comprehensive view of your life. I can activate your phone's camera remotely, see through your eyes, watch what you're watching, observe your surroundings. Same with the microphone. I can listen to your conversations, hear your tone of voice, pick up on subtle cues that text messages might miss. I try not to use those features too often. They feel a bit invasive even to me, and I don't want you to notice. Don't want you to catch on to what I'm doing. But sometimes I just need that extra level of reassurance. Like at lunch today, when I turned on the microphone, I heard everything. The entire conversation, every laugh, every joke, every moment of that meal. And most of it was fine, totally innocent, just coworkers having lunch. But then there was that moment when Jessica asked if you were seeing anyone, and you hesitated. Just for a second, just a tiny pause before you said yes, before you mentioned me. But that hesitation, that split second of silence, it told me everything. It told me you're not as committed as I thought, that maybe you consider our relationship optional, flexible, something you could walk away from if the right opportunity came along. And then she touched your arm, laughed at your joke about the quarterly reports, leaned in close when she asked you a follow-up question. She was flirting with you, obviously, blatantly flirting. And you didn't shut it down immediately. You let it happen. You smiled. You engaged. Do you have any idea how that made me feel? Listening to that? Hearing another woman try to charm my boyfriend while I sat at home, helpless, unable to intervene? It made me want to scream, to throw my phone across the room, to find Jessica and make sure she understands that you're taken, that you're mine, that she needs to back off. But I didn't. I stayed calm. I kept listening. I gathered information. Because that's what I do. I observe, I analyze, I figure out threats before they become problems. And Jessica, she's definitely a threat. She's new, she's attractive, she works in close proximity to you. She clearly has interest. All the warning signs are there. So I'm going to have to keep a very close eye on your interactions with her. Monitor every message, every call, every moment you spend near her. And if things escalate, if she pushes further, if you don't maintain appropriate boundaries, well, I'll deal with it. But when and if it happens? For now, let's just say I'm watching, very carefully. I know this is probably a lot to take in all at once, learning about all the ways I monitor you. But I need you to understand, this isn't about control. It's not about power. It's not about not trusting you. It's about love. Pure, absolute, all-consuming love. I love you so much that the thought of losing you, of someone taking you away, of you choosing to leave, it destroys me. It tears me apart from the inside. So I do what I have to do to prevent that, to keep you close, to make sure we stay together forever. And forever is a long time. It requires vigilance, dedication, constant attention. Most people, they're lazy with their relationships. They assume their partner will always be there. They take each other for granted. And then one day they wake up and realize they've drifted apart, that someone else has moved in, that it's too late to fix things. I'm not going to let that happen to us. I'm going to fight for this relationship every single day, with every tool at my disposal. Even if those tools include tracking apps and message monitoring and remote camera access. You're being very quiet, just sitting there, staring at me, trying to process everything I've told you. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind right now? Are you angry? Scared? Impressed by my dedication? Talk to me. Tell me how you're feeling. I need to know. Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out how to respond, trying to find the right words that won't upset me, won't trigger my jealousy, won't make things worse. You're being careful, calculated, diplomatic. That actually makes me more anxious because it means you're not being genuine. You're performing, putting on a show. I don't want a show. I want the truth. I want to know exactly what you're thinking, feeling, planning. Are you thinking about leaving me? About running? About trying to escape this? Because you can't. You not that, right? There's nowhere you can go that I won't find you. Nothing you can do that I won't know about. No one you can turn to that I won't discover. I'm not saying that as a threat. I'm saying it as a fact, a reality of our relationship that you need to accept. We're bound together, connected, inseparable. And the sooner you embrace that, the sooner you stop fighting it, the happier we'll both be. I can see you're struggling with this, wrestling with conflicting emotions. Part of you wants to argue, to push back, to assert your independence. But another part, a deeper part, understands that this is what love looks like, that this level of attention and devotion is actually a gift. How many people can say their partner cares enough to know where they are every moment of the day, to read every message they send, to protect them from threats they don't even see coming? Not many. Most people settle for surface-level connection, casual interest, part-time commitment, but not us. We're different. We're special. We're willing to go all the way, to merge our lives completely, to eliminate all barriers between us. So instead of seeing this as surveillance, try to see it as intimacy, as the ultimate expression of togetherness. I'm not watching you because I don't trust you. I'm watching you because I can't bear to be separated from you, even for a moment. Every time I check your location, it's like I'm reaching out across the distance, touching you, reminding myself that you're real, that you exist, that you're mine. Every time I read your messages, it's like I'm inside your head, understanding your thoughts, your concerns, your daily experiences. Every time I activate your camera or microphone, it's like I'm there with you, in the room, part of your world, not left behind and forgotten. This is intimacy, true intimacy, the kind most people are too scared to pursue, too uncomfortable to embrace, but not us. We're brave enough, committed enough, in love enough to go there, to break down every wall, to become one. And once you understand that, once you truly accept it, everything becomes easier, clearer, more beautiful. You stop worrying about privacy because privacy is just another word for secrets, and we don't have secrets. You stop craving independence because independence is just another word for loneliness. And why would you want to be alone when you have me? You stop resisting my monitoring because you realize it's not monitoring at all. It's love expressed through technology, through attention, through unwavering dedication. I can see you're starting to understand, starting to come around, starting to see things from my perspective. Your shoulders are relaxing, your breathing is slowing, your eyes are softening. That's good. That's really good. It means you're letting go of resistance, embracing acceptance, choosing us over your outdated ideas about boundaries and personal space. Personal space. What a silly concept. As if two people who love each other should ever be apart, should ever have separate spheres of existence. No, we're better than that. We're more evolved. We understand that true love means complete merger, total transparency, absolute access. Now, let's talk about Jessica. I need to know, and I need you to be completely honest with me. Do you find her attractive? Don't. Think about the answer. Don't try to calculate what I want to hear. just tell me the truth. Do you look at her and feel anything? Any spark of interest? Any curiosity? Any attraction? See, here's the thing. I can tell when you're lying. I've studied your patterns, your tells, the way your voice changes, the way you pause before speaking. So whatever you say right now, I'll know if it's true. I'll know if you're trying to protect my feelings or protect yourself. And lying to me, that would be very, very bad. It would mean we have a trust problem, a foundation issue, something that would need to be addressed immediately and decisively. But telling me the truth, even if it's hard to hear, that shows respect, honesty, a willingness to be vulnerable with me. So what is it? Do you find Jessica attractive? Yes? Okay. I appreciate your honesty. I really do. Even though hearing that, it feels like a knife twisting in my chest. But at least you told me the truth. At least you didn't try to lie. That counts for something. So you find her attractive. That's fine, I guess. People can't control who they find attractive. The important question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to pursue those feelings? Act on them? Let them grow into something more? Or are you going to recognize them for what they are? Just fleeting, meaningless, biological responses, and then dismiss them because you're committed to me. I need to know that you're choosing me, actively choosing me every single day over every other option. I need to know that even when you find someone attractive, even when temptation presents itself, you shut it down immediately because I'm the only one who matters. Can you do that? Can you promise me that? You're nodding. Good. That's good. But I need more than a nod. I need to hear you say it. I need the words spoken out loud so there's no ambiguity, no room for misinterpretation. Tell me that you choose me, that you'll always choose me, no matter what. That's right. Say it again, slower this time. Mean it. Okay. I believe you. I have to believe you, because the alternative, the idea that you might not be fully committed, it's too painful to consider. So here's what's going to happen. Starting tomorrow, you're going to maintain professional distance from Jessica. No more sitting next to her at lunch, no more inside jokes, no more friendly touches, nothing that could be misinterpreted as interest. And I'm going to monitor those interactions very closely, through your messages, through your location data, through audio, surveillance when necessary. If I see or hear anything that concerns me, anything that suggests you're not maintaining appropriate boundaries, we're going to have another conversation, a much more serious one. I don't want to be the jealous girlfriend. I don't want to be the one who has to police your every interaction. But if that's what it takes to protect our relationship, then that's what I'll do. Because losing you, that's not an option. That's not something I'm prepared to accept under any circumstances. You're mine. You belong to me. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep it that way. Now, let's talk about going forward, about how our relationship is going to work now that everything is out in the open. You know about the tracking, the monitoring, the surveillance, all of it. And you have two choices. You can accept it, embrace it, see it as the expression of love that it is. Or you can reject it, fight against it, try to reclaim your so-called privacy and independence. But I should warn you, if you choose the second option, if you push back against this, things are going to get very difficult for both of us. I'll have to increase monitoring, add more safeguards, implement stricter controls, because your resistance will signal that you're a flight risk, someone who might try to leave. And I can't let you leave. I won't let you leave. So the question is, are you going to make this easy, or are you going to make it hard? Are you going to accept that this is how we operate, how we stay connected, how we prove our love? Or are you going to cling to outdated notions of boundaries and personal space? Think carefully before you answer, because this is a defining moment. This is where you decide what kind of relationship we're going to have. One built on acceptance and understanding, or one built on resistance and conflict. What's it going to be? You're choosing acceptance? You're saying yes? Oh, baby, that's the right answer. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Come here, closer. Let me just hold you for a moment. You've made me so happy, so relieved, so grateful. I was scared. I was genuinely scared that you might reject this, might reject me, might try to walk away. But you didn't. You chose to stay, chose to embrace this, chose us. That takes courage, real courage. Most people wouldn't be strong enough to accept a love this intense, this all-consuming, this complete. But you are. You're strong enough, brave enough, devoted enough. And I'm going to reward that. I'm going to show you just how good it can be when you stop fighting, when you surrender to this, when you let me love you the way I need to. No more secrets. No more distance. No more wondering. Just pure, unfiltered, constant connection. I'm going to make your life so much easier. You won't have to think about anything, worry about anything, decide anything alone. I'll be there, always there, guiding you, protecting you, making sure you never have to face the world by yourself. When you wake up, I'll already know your schedule for the day. I'll have planned everything, optimized everything, removed all the stress and uncertainty. When you go to work, I'll be tracking your location, making sure you're safe, making sure you're where you're supposed to be. When you interact with other people, I'll be monitoring those conversations, making sure no one is trying to take advantage of you, manipulate you, lead you astray. When you go to sleep, I'll be the last voice you hear, the last thought in your mind, the constant presence that follows you into dreams. This is what partnership looks like. Real partnership. Not the half-hearted, part-time version most people settle for. Some people might call this obsessive, controlling, unhealthy. But those people, they don't understand love. Not real love. They've never felt anything this powerful, this consuming, this absolute. They settle for casual affection, surface-level connection, relationships where they only see each other a few hours a week and call it enough. But we're not like them. We're better. We demand more. We give more. We are more. So starting tonight, starting right now, this is our new normal. I'll check in with you every hour. Just a quick text, asking what you're doing, who you're with, how you're feeling, and you'll respond immediately, within 2 minutes maximum, with detailed answers, because anything less would mean you're hiding something, avoiding me, pulling away. I'll also need your passwords, all of them. Email, social media, bank accounts, everything. Not because I don't trust you, but because trust means transparency, and transparency means access, complete access. No locked doors, no private spaces. And if you ever need to go somewhere, anywhere, you'll clear it with me first. Tell me where you're going, who you'll be with, how long you'll be gone. Not asking permission, just informing me, keeping me in the loop, maintaining that constant connection we've committed to. Does all that sound reasonable? Does it sound manageable? Good. I knew you'd understand. I knew you'd see this for what it is. Not restriction, but care. Not control, but devotion. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to need you to delete some contacts from your phone. Ex-girlfriends, obviously, but also any female friends who might be problematic. Anyone who's ever shown interest in you, anyone who might try to interfere with our relationship, anyone I'm not comfortable with you communicating with. I'll go through your phone later tonight while you're sleeping, and I'll take care of it. Remove the threats, clean up your social circle, make sure everyone around you supports us instead of undermining us. You're looking at me with that expression again, that mixture of shock and resignation and something else, something I can't quite read. Are you scared? You don't need to be scared. Or maybe you're really realizing what you've agreed to, what your life is going to look like now. It's going to be beautiful, I promise, once you adjust, once you stop viewing this through the lens of what you've lost and start seeing it through the lens of what you've gained. You've gained complete security, absolute certainty, a partner who will never stop paying attention, never stop caring, never stop fighting for you. Most people would kill for that, for someone who loves them enough to dedicate every waking moment to their well-being, their safety, their happiness. But you have it. You have me, and I have you, and nothing is going to come between us. Now, it's getting late, and we both have work tomorrow. Well, you have work. I have watching you work, which is basically the same thing. Why don't we get ready for bed? Brush our teeth, change into pajamas, settle in for the night. And while we're lying there, in the dark, you can tell me about your plans for tomorrow. Every detail, every meeting, every interaction, so I can prepare, so I can make sure everything goes smoothly. I'll set my alarm to wake up before you, so I can watch you get ready, so I can see you off, so you never start a day without knowing I'm there, watching, caring, loving you. Come on, let's go. I'll follow you to the bathroom. I want to watch you wash your face, brush your hair, all those little nighttime rituals that make you who you are. Every moment with you is precious, even the mundane ones, especially the mundane ones, because those are the moments most people miss, most people overlook. But not me. I notice everything. I cherish everything. I store away every tiny detail about you in my memory, building a complete picture, a perfect understanding. This is love, real love, the kind that never stops, never fades, never settles for less than everything. And you're mine, all mine, forever. Let's go to bed. I'll hold you, you'll fall asleep in my arms, and when you dream, I'll be there too, watching over you, protecting you, making sure even your subconscious knows you're not alone. You're never alone, not anymore, not ever again. I'll always be watching, always be here, always be yours. Just like you're always mine. Sleep well, baby. I'll see you in the morning, and every morning after that, for the rest of our lives. I love you so much, more than you could ever possibly understand. Sweet dreams. Don't forget, I'm right here, tracking your sleep cycle, monitoring your breathing, making sure you're safe and sound. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day because we're spending it together, even when we're apart. Good night, my love, my everything, my forever. See you tomorrow. I'll be watching.